New Walten Files teaser just released and holds a bunch of lore for the next 2 episodes of the Walten Files, so let's get right into it. This Walten Files teaser holds a lot of stuff. It may look like a quote, but really, this quote is actually a famous old cemetery, saying, what's the right word for it? It's a cemetery quote that normally it used to be in cemeteries and has a very deep meaning, and I don't know what that meaning could be in the Walten Files lore, and that's what we're trying to figure out today. Now, the phrase "pause the moment as you pass by" initially means it's normally a direct address to the living, urging them to pause and contemplate the grave they are standing on, and basically just meaning that it's telling the people who are walking past to sit down and just take in the grave itself. And I think that could be a direct address to Ed and Molly, or just anybody in the actual series. But I feel like when we're thinking about cemetery graves and stuff, most likely it would lead to Ed and Molly, because those are the people that we have an official death for. Well, at least that the people know we have an official death for in the series itself. Now, the next phrase, "as you are now, so once we were we." This part basically highlights the shared human experience of life and the person buried in the grave, how they were once alive, just like the person reading the actual gravestone. And so that's all it actually means. I have no idea what this could mean Walten Files wise. Maybe I'm just looking at it too deeply, and it's giving its own meaning in the wall. Like, the meaning it has currently is the same meaning it will have in the actual Walten Files, which I think is true. But I'm pretty sure this entire thing has to do with the Ed and Molly funeral and just what was written on the grave, probably. But I don't know. This next phrase, "as we are now, so you shall be, so shall you be," is basically a reminder of mortality and the person in the grave telling the person that they will eventually die, just like the person that's buried did, and that all of us eventually pass away, no matter what we do. Now, looking at this image itself, we can clearly see that there is obviously a flowers and a bunny with a blue bow tie holding a heart. Now, if we're looking at this in the way that probably Martin wants us to see it, the roses definitely indicate Rosemary, because Rosemary is associated with flowers, and that's basically her spirit item, I guess is how you would say it. And the bunny would obviously be what is it called? The bunny would obviously be Susan, or just Bon, or any of those two would be the characters that it could be talking about. But honestly, in this situation here, I believe that the flowers are just supposed to indicate, of course, putting flowers where someone's grave is. And I honestly think this would be, like I've said throughout this video, I think this would obviously be Ed and Molly's funeral grave. And I also think this is obvious, because if you look at the bunny, it's a gray bunny with a blue bow tie, obviously indicating Rocket himself. That's basically what Rocket looks like, and I think that's what Martin was trying to go for when he was showing the flowers and the blue bunny. Well, not blue bunny, and the gray bunny with the blue bow tie. So yeah, I believe that this entire part is just talking about Ed and Molly's funeral in episode 5, flowers indicating how they're dead, and Rocket indicating how their spirit is inside of Rocket. If you guys liked the video, please consider subscribing. It's free and you can change your mind anytime you want. So that is all for today, and have an amazing rest of your day. Good night, everybody.